Good evening. Today you've reached Hell's Gate, and I have to make a big apology. If anyone tuned into my YouTube video that I posted yesterday, I absolutely have to apologize that it was so long. That video ended up being about 35 minutes, and I was talking about monsters and being able to quicken your marching speed as well as your stamina recovery, and was pretty excited about showing all the features on that, and there were all the settings, and I had no clue as to how long it actually took. So I don't expect everyone to have 35 minutes in their busy daily lives to be able to watch that video. So today I decided to make a summary video. So instead of doing all the setups and showing how I built everything to make the speed, I'm just going to show you with the speed that I have, and then just briefly highlight all the features that it took to make that happen. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the upper center bar here to show information on the Lord info, and going down to the civil development and our city development. And as we get to the bottom of that section here, here's the two categories that I was showing. There was the attack monster march speed, which is at 1,318%, as well as the stamina recovery speed, which is at 801%. So I just wanted to run through here and highlight all the factors that it took in order to get those two attributes to be so high. So the first thing I'd like to do is kind of similar in fashion to the long video. I'm going to try to do it in that order. Real quick summary is that, why do we do monsters? They give you great rewards, and just to really highlight here, I'm going to show you some of the rewards that you can get. Was pretty busy with the event yesterday, and here we go. You automatically get resources. You can get silver, and you get Lord and Hero experience, and the hero experience gets applied to the hero that's part of the march. So if you want to build up the level of your hero, make sure you have them on those marches to get that experience. So back to attributes that increase marching speed and stamina recovery. Let's try to talk about marching speed first. So one of the first things, I'll kind of do them both. I'm going to go into two categories here. So the first one I'm going to go to is I'm going to the Lord skills. And under Lord skills, if I go and open that up, you need to be in your support area to have that activated. And here's one for marching speed at 50%. Here's one for stamina at 50%. And then as we scroll down in these options here, then here's another one for marching speed at 200%. And then we back up, it will be going to the equipment of your Lord. And here I have the life equipment set. And so if I pick on one of these, they're all pretty much the same. I've got the orange color one, and the stamina recovery speed here is at 38.6%, and I've got 6 of those. So that works out real well. Going to close out of here. My tablet's a little bit funky. All right, so now we go to the dragon glass, and in this one, with the optional areas where you can purify your crystal, I've selected it to gear towards speed for marching speed and the attack monster march speed, and that setting is currently set at 236%. So a lot of big bangs just in those two categories there. And next, let's go to the hero skills. So I'm going to go to my heroes, and the first one we're going to do is we're going to check out the one that's at the governor. And that is, I selected him to be Joseph, the quartermaster. And one of the reasons why I picked him is that under skills is very similar to the Lord. Actually, it's under talents. You go to support. Again, here's your marching speed for 50%, your stamina recovery speed at 50%, and similar to the Lord, you get down, and here's your marching speed at 200%. And then likewise with the equipment, I've picked the blue governor set. And here, if we look at one of these, marching speed while attacking monsters, each one of these will give you 17.3%, and I've got 6 of those. So good buff for getting your marching speed. Next, in terms of stamina recovery in your heroes, that falls under the category of the doctors. So my first doctor here is the merchant, And here I've got a mix of colors. I try to pack the most valuable units I have in terms of equipment in here because I get full value of them. So I got 3 orange and 3 purples, and these are the life equipment set. And over here, standard recovery speed, 38.6%. Yeah, similar to what I have set for the Lord, but for the purples, you don't get quite as much. You only get 30.8%. But I got 6 of those that apply at full value for the merchant. And then the other doctor I have is this gal over here. And here I just only had purple life sets. So here I have the 6 at 30.8% values of the equipments here. So all those add up to a pretty decent number. Other areas where you also get stamina recovery speed is over in the dragons. And so here I'm using, I believe this is the dragon Yukine. I'm going to select that from the cave to see what attributes I have on it, and it's under skills, and I've picked a dragon flame for that one. And so right here, the very top one I have is the stamina recovery speed, and that gives me an extra 15%. So as all these factors add in, they add up to a very large number. And then what I did not have in the video last night, which I discovered, is over here with the little horse here. This I believe is Princess Novia. You've got Ian the younger prince. You've got Agatha, and you've got Ryan the older prince. And here under Ryan the older prince, depending on if you've been able to upgrade him at all, here I've got increased stamina recovery speed by 35% in this setting because I got a level 9 on him. And there also is stamina. That's what I just talked about, the stamina. And there's also marching speed in here as well. And it does not list what percentage that is. So I have not much of an idea of what that is. And this might have been one of the reasons why I was having difficulties getting my numbers to add up. Because I was trying to add up the percentages based on the college resources and everything else. And, I was missing numbers. So I think that was the missing link. And speaking of the college, I think that's the last item to talk about. Here, if we go under the research, where you find information on the monsters is under city development. So under here, towards the top, we've got strike 1 and heal 1. That's related to your monster speed. So I get 50% marching speed and 5% for standard recovery speed at level 1. There's also a level 2 here, strike 2, heal 2. And here it gives you 100%. And for healing, you get 15% for recovery speed. And since I kind of got in the mode last night doing the video, there's also level 3. I got strike 3 marching going on. I did this in anticipation of today's event, which is the research event for the the Strongest Kingdom event. And here I'm going to be bouncing from 70% to 80% marching speed. And the nice thing here is the research power is going to give me 90,000 power. So with that, with the multiplier for the event, it's going to get me a lot of points when I use my speed ups. And then over here for standard recovery speed, the next time I upgrade this, it's going to go from 5% to 7%. So that's a quick run through. Just want to show the settings in the castle hero position garrison, and over here under governor, we have information on the attack monster march speed, which based on the Lord, it's giving me 942%, and based on the heroes, it's giving me 375%, and you add the two together, and that's where you get the 1,318% march speed. And then if we go to the doctors, that's where we find out about the stamina recovery speed. And here, based on my Lord skills, it gives me 431%, and the heroes give me 370%. And all of those give you awesome marches. And during the event that I was doing yesterday and a little bit today, since I'm on Western Hemisphere, I was able to march from where I was at, which is in basically the level 6 tiles area, and hit level 30 monsters in the mud. And it was only taking me less than 2 minutes to get there. And I managed to, I kind of started late, and I just finished enough to be able to get my 9 chests, which is good. Didn't take a lot of effort, and didn't have to wait a lot of time on my marches. So any questions, feel free to contact me, your comments on this YouTube video. But otherwise, I appreciate everyone's time, and I definitely apologize for the long video that I made last night. But if there's anything you want to see in detail of what I've gone over today, you can always refer to that other video, which I'm kind of referring to as the encyclopedia. So again, a shout out to everyone in Kingdom 1145, as well as everyone in the Alliance UNC and UNB. Thank you very much.